Atlantis and why it's applicable today. There's no mistake. You're here because you're meant to be. And we understand this sounds cliche, but bear with us a little longer as we share with you why Atlantis was destroyed by the Masters of Light and how within you now you hold a very important part of a bigger key. As we approach the past through these channelings and experiences, our intention again is to offer a unique prism through which to remember the wisdom and knowing of a place we now refer to as Atlantis, and a time prior to the fall in consciousness and physicality of the golden era of Atlantis, when harmony, unity, and peace were the foundations of life. For thousands of years, the original root races of Earth, who hailed from a variety of stars and were especially chosen to incarnate here, live in what we now term perfection and in natural accordance with one another and all nature, elementals, and creatures. They were beings of all shapes and sizes, some whom we would define as very small by today's standards, and others who would be considered giants. Some existed in this dimension as fully embodied, choosing to materialize a body, and others chose to remain as starlight. It was a time of great beauty, joy, harmony, abundance, and freedom. Teleportation was a natural phenomenon, as was telepathy, telekinesis, precipitation, etherealization, and many other divine activities and attributes were enjoyed. As you hear these words and feel your connection to this time of absolute love, we want to pose a question to you. Have you ever wondered why you're here now at this time? It's been revealed to us that there are now over 1 billion of the original Atlanteans incarnate at this time, and more are coming every day, because the memory of this golden era and therefore its resonance needs to re-emerge in order to guide humanity back to harmony. This won't be the first time you've returned to assist, and it may not be the last time you return either, as the final era of this cycle, known as the Aquarian Age, kicked off in the 1950s, and the Earth moves towards the culmination of its final cosmic cycle. There is much to be explored, discovered, and revealed. By understanding what and why things unfolded as they did previously, we can better understand ourselves and reframe what we value as we step forward into every moment and each new day. Lastly, as we begin these revelations, we invite you back in time with us to the final days and the final gathering of all the beings from all the lands who were there at the pivotal moment in time when the ultimate physical destruction of the great crystal of Atlantis took place. As we share this with you, we do so with the intention of creating awareness of the piece of the master key you have within you, your very own crystal of memory, which emanates a violet light from within your chest, singing with chants of a time from thousands of years ago, which now is recalled as fresh as if it were yesterday. With this, the wisdom and knowing reawaken fully. Welcome to Wisdom Quest. It's time to remember.
She is vistas of both, child of and all, from 1 into the second 12, 22.
This is how my nights have been for years now, being woken by Andrew talking out loud as he channels information he receives while his body sleeps. The following narration is the information Andrew channeled from the exact moments before and as the great crystal of Atlantis was destroyed, ending the golden age of this incredible civilization on Earth. The date was the 3rd of June 2023, when Andrew witnessed the explosion of the Great Crystal within the Great Pyramid in Poseidon of Atlantis. As the Master telepathically addressed all who were gathered there from all the lands, Andrew heard the following message. There'll be time. There will be restrictions, limitations. Within you, you hold the crystal of the memory and the wisdom. Forward, we share. Protect the wisdom, for there will be a time, as there is time, when the lesson won't be learnt, and again confusion is brought. When you're together, activate memory and the wisdom. You will be guided. After this message, I heard Andrew singing softly.
Angel.
And then the Master addresses those present and says, Be of service.
Angel.
Your golden threads are connected as starseed into time. The power of two. The following is the actual recording of Andrew sharing the final message from the Master.
Angel. Time will be important. Or living. Past, present, future. Wisdom. Truth is real. You will take your crystals. Connections will be made within that time. Upon that field, within this frequency, through the great central sun, once again, guided, once again, together, upon the shattering of the crystal, we will bring those together again, in the time, memory activation, to bring them together, through love, as there can only be love.
This was how Andrew explained what he'd experienced. We were in the big crystal pyramid temple, the one that holds the great crystal. There were so many people and everyone had their cloaks on and their hoods raised. You and I were to go together and we were given a pink rose each. You were a rose priestess and we were the second 12. We were 22 of 24. There was a huge cube, like the Metatron cube, which was spinning really fast, and there were so many different shapes and images flying inside it. The cube was about 10 times the size of us. There was a tetrahedron and many other shapes, and then there was light. And we were walking to the light, and we were singing, and we were to go and experience time. We stood at the light, looking at the crystal, and I heard lots of words about memory and wisdom. We were together. We were love. There were so many people, and the crystal was to be destroyed. We were all to carry a piece of the crystal. In time, the pieces were to come together. We were to experience things we'd never experienced before, but we still had the wisdom, the memory, and the love, and we had the great central sun. The cube was taking over from the crystal, and there was lots of green light, and the crystal just exploded, and these shards of crystal hit us all. All the people were hit with a shard each. It was the explosion which jolted me awake. So we each have this shard of crystal within each of us from the great crystal of Atlantis. The more crystal we can bring together, the more the power of the crystal will activate. It's like the rebuilding of the great crystal, which will reactivate the memory and wisdom again. I was given a vibration, a frequency. The voice was saying that we'll be guided. Everybody, not just me and you.